Hi there, traders. So let's learn about today what is actually the trading mindset. So, like what it actually is, because the first thing what we're gonna do is we have to forget, the trading view or the computer screen, and we have to realize the trading mindset it is developmenting hundreds of years ago already. Like the computer wasn't even exist. That's the very strong point already to realize what is actually the trading mindset. So what is the trading mindset? So you have to developing personal skills, and through those skill set you see your world where we are living right now. So basically, and how we can developing those skills. So first we're gonna start with discipline. That's your first strong foundation, but you have to create that foundation, and discipline is not easy thing to do. We are not talking about discipline what is like I'm gonna do something a few weeks. No, we're talking about years, and that's already a peak point why most people give up, because they are not willing to go and actually mastering completely 100% of something, and people just give up. It's sad but true. And why you have to do years and years, it's a very specific thing to do. So why you gonna do years and years? Because when you start with the discipline, you have to push it all the way through the ceiling, to the journeys, to the masteries, until it became muscle memory. You woke up in the morning and you're doing automatically already. You have muscle memory now, and the muscle memory is full of the motivations. Like let's say you woke up in the morning one day, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it, I have those feelings. Next day you're like, you woke up, bam, done, boom, done. You don't even thinking about it. You have to develop meaning the skill is so far it's automatic thinking. It's just gonna happen. You woke up, it's like you do that, like it's just a few hours and mostly you are done with all your things. That's the pure muscle memory, and you have to practice that. More you practice, more smoother it becomes. So, and why you have to do years? Because now you have big pot of emotions, your feelings and your breakthroughs and your motivations, and you have kind of all those mixed there, but exactly why you was feeling those kind of feelings, like, oh, I don't feel to do today anything, but you just have to do it, because you cannot give up. If you're gonna give up a few times in your life already, because now what's happened if you give up is actually let's say you're 4 months in and doing something, but you just give up because you are like, nope, I don't see any change in my life and all those things. You actually developing the pattern, and the pattern is you give up. Now maybe like let's say after 2 years you want to try something else, and the same thing is gonna happening, and now this pattern is much more stronger. And maybe when you try something else and same thing happen, now this pattern is so strong. And now imagine how much energy you need to break that pattern now in the future. And that's why people give up in the dreams, because they don't have motivation, they don't have the courage to try out something new. And more those details there. But now is the time when you have discipline and you actually push it through, and this discipline becoming in muscle memory. So what's happened with that? So now you have muscle memory, but that doesn't mean it's end something. You start with a new discipline, new challenge, and you do it again and again and again. Like, you have to understand, life is just pure learning, to the start to the end. You're learning all the time. And now let's say you have loads of muscle memories in your mindset, automatic thinking, because you know all your feelings, and you know where was your weakness points, and you reinforce all those weakness points, and you have strong foundation where you are standing with your 2 feet, and you know exactly that's the point where you can make the new step, because that step is solid, this ground is solid. You can stand there and you can reach the new level. You take the risk, step further. You take the risk, step further. That's your learning curve, that's your discipline. New risk is the new discipline, new challenge, and you're gonna complete it. You don't give up. And now through those muscle memories, the muscle memories energies, what is floating in your mindset. And through those floatings, they bouncing each other, and they going that direction and that direction. They are all free there. But through those bouncing and through those connections, we leave patterns behind it. And those are the patterns what you see actually through all your life. Whatever you do, whatever you're thinking, whatever you see, whatever you hear, they are all patterns. But people most likely are not willing to go so far to actually mastering those patterns. But that's the thing, and all those patterns right now are the weakness what you see around the world, around the society. Like right now, the society is the weakest place in all world history, basically. Like that, this society is the most weakest right now. Like if you're looking those, I have only app Instagram, but if you're looking all those videos in Instagram, you see straight away how weak society is. And now back to the place. So that is the real trading mindset. You have your patterns, you have your muscle memories, you have your disciplines. All those 3 strong mindset, they creating the trading mindset. That's your lifestyle basically. And now you truly know how you are basically working. How your thinking is working, because your thinking is working through the patterns. And now why the trading mindset is so difficult to master, because those patterns, like if you're looking at this chart right now, it's full of patterns, the human behavior, because we have hundreds of million people here, and they are every day different emotion, different moods, and it's all around the world, because if you're looking in that country, there is sunshine and people are happy, and if you look in that country, there people are sad and maybe it's raining. That country, there is storm. That person is holding the negative position right now. Those people are taking the profits. Those people are rewarding themselves, and the market is full of those emotions, much more deeper levels and much more details. But now is the point, you have to go through those journeys to actually really realize those patterns and the human thinkings, and the same thing, like how this pattern is holding, what is the foundation, if this foundation is strong or no. Like remember when we was talking about, we have now foundation where we're standing with 2 feet and it's strong. like it's so solid. Now we can make the new step, the new challenge, the new discipline. And the same thing is the trading. When the pattern is strong and it's standing in a solid ground, we can now move to the next level. We're gonna take the new discipline, we're gonna take the new risk, and we just gonna do it, and so on and so on. But if you look in the trading mindset, we have loads of patterns there, because we have to understand we don't have only humans here, like the human behavior, the human emotion, the human psychology. Like we have much more, manipulation and noise here, because what we have here, we have the huge banks here, with the trillions of dollars. Same thing with the huge institutes. Same thing, trillions of dollars. They all using the mathematic algorithms. Then we have those AI trading robots, and then we have the biggest companies in the world with huge money, and then we have the individual people. But now we have the understanding when we have those skill sets. So basically, through that skill set, we have like some kind of extra layer front of our eyes, and we can actually zoom in the authentic patterns. You can see through the noise and through the manipulation what is actually happening in those places. Because let's say you have example, you have this strong solid ground, and you're like, you feel it's the strong solid ground, and the pattern can perfectly stand there and now make the new step. And let's say now the pattern start making the new step, and then we have huge weak downside, and the price is straight back in the same place. And now you realize, all those companies and industry with the huge massive money, they just manipulation the market, because they know exactly that was the point, and they know exactly how many people and how much money was there, because all those stop loss was much lower, and they just take all the people out, and now they're going all the way up. And now is the other thing, you have to have strong patient mindset. It has to be super solid, developmenting and supporting with all kind of different mindsets, because we never want to get into trap. It's like we cannot trap ourselves, because how to say, it's like you have to trust your mind, and at the same time you have to protect your mind. It's like, let's say stability is not allowed. It's kind of like hard, but that's the truth. And and the same thing is the greediness. The greediness is not allowed. If you don't feel the pattern, just let it play out. If you don't feel it, let it play out. There is nowhere to rush. You can trade every single day. There is no way to rush somewhere where is dead end, let's say, like that. Like we cannot do it, because like I said, we have to protect our mind too. I understand we can search the places, but you can search the places without taking the action. Like let's say in the trading, you don't have to take the trades, just look it, monetize it. And now let's say you have all those skill set what we were talking before. So now how you can actually see those patterns and see those movements and everything into the market. And now we have to developing another strong discipline, and what is backtesting. Like we have to go back, let's say right now we have Bitcoin here, like you have to go back I don't know, let's say 5 years ago, even more, 10 years ago, and just making those your lines and everything all the time to the current time, it takes months. Like, trust me, like back in the days, I was backtesting 2.5 years, and through that time, I have like more than 100 notebooks full of information. Like, I was writing down everything, like absolutely everything. But you have to do it because you have to develop, maintain the friendship now between you and this market structure. You have to realize, you know, it's like different person. It's like your friend basically. Like, if you meet, through the life you meet new friends. Of course, you start talking, you start helping, you start doing something, and you development in the friendship. And through that, you know who that person is. You know where is the strong points, and how how we can support each other and lift it up. And the same thing you have to do with every single pair, because every single pair is different emotion and different patterns. But now is the thing, you have to do it. You have to go all the way back to realize, how this market is acting and behaving, and all emotions, all the movements. You have to learn those things. You have to developing the friendship between you and, let's say, the Bitcoin market. Like, you cannot just open the chart and just looking like a 4 hours and then thinking like I'm gonna trade it. It's not gonna happen, because the market, your friend is gonna be like who are you? Like, nope, you're not my friends. Like, those things are real. Like, without friendship you are not profitable trader. You have to see those places, you have to understand how the market is behaving and all those things, and every market is behaving differently. That's why it's super good if you're a beginner, just start with the one pair and mastering to the end. Like, I was going back, I don't know, 10 years of gold, and doing like few months back testing all the way to the current time, and then I was going back again 10 years and doing differently, and back again and back again and again, and the next market also same things. You have to develop in this discipline. You cannot give up, and if you don't know what to do, just go back and just figure things out. It's just if you don't know what to do, like, why you don't just take the same market, go back a few years and just start looking like what's going on, because that is what I was doing. I think that's the only way, to be honest. Actually, I yeah, for me that was the only way. I'm gonna go back and literally learn how this market is moving. I don't know actually what people are doing, to be honest, because my journey to the trading mindset, it is super private, like very very private. Like, I'm first time right now in internet, in YouTube and Instagram, like first time in my lifetime. I never have any social media before, and all my trading journey, like, I was learning everything inside myself, because that's the truth, like I said when we start the video, trading mindset was developing hundreds of years ago. The computer wasn't even exist. There is a strong hint for you to actually start researching. I'm gonna tell some personal story here. So back in the days, when I found the trading through the books, because the first I was actually interesting strongly about psychology, because I was like, what's going on in my life, like, I don't know anything, like, literally I don't know anything, and I was living under the star, with my tent and everything. Didn't have much, didn't have anything. And every single day I woke up, because I was camping next to the river. I woke up, swim across the river, back, do some workout, and then I was walking 5 kilometers to the library, and then I was there all the time because there was free books, free internet, and free computer. And then I started reading the books. I have my notebooks. I write so much stuff down, like so much stuff down, because one thing what you have to understand when you read the book is like, you cannot, take the information like it's like instruction. Book is not instruction. Book is inspiration. It's like book is calling you to the journey. It's like ticket to the journey, and the journey is your own journey inside yourself. Every single book is like that. It's not instruction, it's not tools, it's not like you take this information and now you act through that information. No, it's not like that. It is literally inspiration, the ticket for you to go in the journey and discovering yourself. And I was reading hundreds of books, to be honest. Like, I was reading so much book. I was hours and hours every single day. And before I was starting traveling around the world, I was 7 months, I think. 7 months definitely, yeah. I was in the library every single day. And every single day I was swimming in the morning across the river, back workout, and in the night time across this river before I was going sleep. That was my first discipline, what I was starting doing. Every day swimming, every day workout, every day walking, every day books, and every day just writing stuff down and then walking back. And that was 7 months of my lifestyle. And then, because all those books what I was reading and stuff what I was writing down, I was ready to start journey. And I was starting walking around the world, like country to country, country to country, like mountains, everything. I was living so minimalistic life because I didn't have anything. Like literally, I was, when I was walking, I see some farms. I all the time ask like, hey, like, do you need help and stuff? Exchange for some money. I was working, let's say 2 weeks, I get like 100 euros. This 100 euros I was living months, because my lifestyle was so minimalistic, because it's like a surviving mindset, and I was developing that. But one other thing, when I was in the library, I was actually learning trading mindset and English language together. I didn't speak any word of English language before, so that's why it take like a little bit longer for me. And my English language is very simple, because all my life I've been, I'm not speaking a lot, like I'm living my life in my head, because I'm very personal person, and I'm all the time basically alone. And then I was start traveling the world. I meet some farms, made some money to continue, and I was keeping that life basically 2.5 years. And through 2.5 years, I have like some kind of break. So the break to actually realize what I can trust this world. I have like strong feeling already, like I cannot trust people or this system world or this matrix world, people call it matrix nowadays. I was like wow, I like literally I was like wow, I cannot trust this world, because it's so noisy and manipulation, and I don't wanna be part of that huge storm what is like going and all the people are just inside there. And then I developing the listening mindset. So I became listener, not talking, all this stuff, da 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 da, all this noise. I developing the listener mindset, like I didn't speak at all. I was just listening, and then discovering the nature, like then I thought discovering like the deeper level of the nature, and I found so strong connections and interesting feelings and all those details. And then I realize I'm gonna start trusting nature, and through that nature I was interested in the Fibonacci numbers and mathematical numbers and mathematic principles and mathematic algorithms, and then I was super what's happening here, and then I was super interesting, about the nature patterns, the nature language, and how the nature is actually moving and going and doing stuff. And then I start developing much more deeper levels around it, and that was the strong, after that, let's say half years when I was really strong into it. After that, whole my trading was just changing so much, because I didn't give up, and I was all the time opening for new journeys and new learnings, and I was listening a lot, and all those things. I never give up. I was all the time developing the solid ground to take the new step, to take the new risk, to take the new challenge, and just going and years and years and years, just 100% in. So after those, discovering the actual nature and making the relationship between me and nature and trusting the nature, and after that was the biggest breakthrough of the trading, like how everything changed, how I see the market, how I see those patterns, all this noise and manipulation and the energy of the manipulation, because we don't have money to change the market structure or those things, but we can use the algorithm, the engineering of the market, to make profits. So that's the only thing what we can do. We can use the engineering of the market, but through the engineering you have to understand what those big boys or big teams, like what they are doing, because they know exactly what's going on here. All those human weakness and all this human grieving and greediness and the weakness points and everything, because they developing everything, they developing this life. That's why it's working, and that's why society is super weak. There's no more warriors anymore, those authentic warriors. There's no more warriors anymore, and market knows it. All those big boys, they know it, and that's why there is so much manipulation here, because they know exactly those points where push those buttons, and then people are going more deeper and starting gambling, and they're just going very deep places, and then people are all trading a scam, and it's all scam. Like, you have to accept the truth. If you're gonna say that, you're not warrior, you just give up, and that's your destiny basically, because there is no places of weak people, to be honest. It's very hard, but that's the truth. There is no place. You have to be warrior. I am the warrior, and through that mindset I was able to realize what is really going on. How, when I'm saying manipulation, I'm meaning strongly manipulated markets, like strongly, like so strongly, it's basically stealing. It's basically stealing through the force. This is how strong it is. It's very hard, but that's the truth, and that's the society where we're living. Do we want to live in that society? I didn't want. I made my own life. I developed my own life, my own principles, my own. I was reborn. Because that time when I was understanding, I don't trust the world anymore, and the people around it, I don't trust it. So what I was doing was I was reborn again. I was starting in the zero. I was starting in the zero to developing, little things. Then I developing little things, going above it. I developing all those things and all those layers, all those levels. I developing everything from zero. It's kind of, very alone bad, but it's a very, how to say, smooth. It's a very calm. It's a very, quiet, and you really can be yourself. Through yourself, your inner circle, your inside, your temple, your spirit. You can really connect with and speak and mastering things, and it's just, that's the world, that's the that's your mind. But back to the trading, that's the real thing, and that's the real trading mindset. We have to look outside, not inside the screen. You have to understanding everything what you think and everything what you do is you who is doing that. You put every single box there. You put the value behind that box. You put the meaning behind that box. Like you make the other box, or you're making the patterns like it's your pattern. And same thing, you put the meaning and everything behind it. And now you have to have it, like how strong this pattern is, or how strong was the previous pattern. Like if this pattern is inside the previous pattern, and all those little details. That's why you have to go back and start doing, you're gonna go back in 10 years in this, let's say, Bitcoin chart, and you just start building up everything, how this market is actually behaving. You have to do it. Take your notebook and just write down everything. Just write down everything what you even think. Because more you write down, more stronger muscle memory becomes. Like right now, like let's say example, right now, in that current day, in my mindset, when I open the trading view, like I need basically 10 seconds to identify what's going on here, and maybe another 10-50 seconds to see what is possible, or what we need, or how much we have to wait when something plays out. Or like let's say I'm gonna open a trade, I'm like, oh, I don't see anything, I just gonna close it, open next day. Like you have to, actually the other thing is the money mindset. Like you have to let it go. Like if you are here to make money, you have to let it go, because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You have to let that attachment go. You have to surrender that attachment, and you have to go back to the roots, to understanding what is the trading mindset. It's not. It's like when this market, let's say the Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin is gonna it is a friend. When this friend is not respecting you, so how you are able to, making the friendship, and through the friendship you can start making the profits here. Like how you're able to do it. Like let's say this right now Bitcoin is like, hey man, I'm never gonna give you this money because you cannot manage that money. And now is another big point where we have to think deeply. Like market is not gonna give you anything if you're not able to handle it. Like this market is not gonna give you me 1 million if I'm not gonna, if I don't have discipline, and my life is, done. It's like it's fully developmenting. It's fully strong. It's solid. This market, without that, it's not gonna give me anything, because it's kind of like protecting us. But now when you get stopped out, then people are like, oh, they go in even more mad places, and then they start gambling. But that's your own fault, because market told you, man, learn the lesson. Market shows you the lesson, and now you disrespect the lesson, and market is now like, come on dude, like you like, what do you want? You want to lose again? Do it. Because I showed you before where you have to look, and you didn't look. That's why you have to make the friendship, and market never gonna give you any money if you don't respect it, and if you're not worth it. It's impossible. And that's why if you are here because to make those Instagram dreams come true, impossible. Absolutely impossible. Like I can say right now, all my trading years, like when I'm looking at Instagram, I might know I might know maybe 5 people who are really traders. All my trading years, through the Instagram. But in real life, because I was traveling a lot and very interesting places because it was necessary, I know like 20-30 people, but those people are not in social media at all. But how many those fake trading gurus are inside the Instagram? Thousands and thousands and thousands. And I gonna say you right now, I know only, I think 5 good traders, actually solid traders. Only 5. If you're here to make money, forget it. You're never gonna able to make it, and you're never gonna make the trust between you and the market. And market never gonna give you that golden ticket. Never. Because the respect and disrespect are very strong thing in trading mindset. There is so many good things, like to mastering all this journey. And then you have those extra, like let's say you have now the classes, and through those classes you see this world totally differently. It's amazing. Right? Like I was, when I have this breakthrough and I literally start making profit in markets, I was trading years, and now I'm in at that point. I'm not trading anymore to make money, because like I have enough. Like my family is good, my mom is, I changed the life. My place is good. I'm in the solid grounds. and I literally don't have to make any more money. That's why I'm here and actually make this trading channel, to actually now share my knowledge, because I reached the level of the enlightenment. And one principle of that is you're gonna share the knowledge. I'm gonna share my journey, and that's the real journey. Because like when I'm gonna open right now the Instagram and start crawling and see all those, trading, whatever they're doing there, it's all scam. Like I see so clearly through those people, and it's just, it's sad what is happening, because people are actually now trusting those people, and only think what those people are doing, they just take your money, and they are not interesting at all. No friendship, no connection, no helping, in personal level, no helping in, your personal life, and so on. Like, I'm talking about trading, but I'm actually talking about, words, what is going inside your, mindset. They sink in, and you can see yourself. I'm helping with the personal level. I'm not talking about money at all, basically, because there is nothing to talk about it. You have to do so much work before, even if you can think about it. But if you do this work before, you're not even think about the money, because it's just a tool, or it's just, it's just little detail, but is more, it's, how to say it's almost becoming like worthless, because it's, there is nothing what is attached to you. And if you are so much attached to the money, you are in a totally wrong place. You are not gonna make it, because market, what is gonna do you is gonna take you in, how to say you're gonna grab you in the top here and just gonna kick you out, because like I say, the stability is not accepted. Like literally, it's hard, but it's true. And if it's not accepted and you still wanna do it, you start gambling, and all those big boys, they know exactly where you start gambling, because you're gonna leave the pattern behind it, and they're gonna take your money, because most likely you don't worth it. Yeah, I think, yeah, how to say it, it's like, those boys just gonna take your money, because it's like, I don't know how to say it. Basically, stupidity is not accepted, and if you're attached to that, you get so much hurt. That's why you have to, we have to really take this journey. This journey has to be like life-changing journey, and you have to do it. You have to go all the way in 100% every single day, and don't give up, never give up. It's like example of you and the boxing ring, and the trading mindset other side, you other sides, and you just gonna fight, bamake, and let's say you are in the ground, and just trading mindset just punch you and punch you and punch you and punch you. Do you give up? Like, I didn't give up, but I was feeling those punches through whole my body strongly. I was like, what? I was like, oh, crying inside myself, so deep down, so dark places, and didn't see anything, no light at all. But I found my light. I found inside myself. I created this light. Through that light, I have foundation. I was standing there, and I was looking at trading minds, and I was saying, I'm never gonna give up. I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna learn you. And as soon as when you lower your hand somewhere, I'm gonna punch exactly like you punch me. and same and same and same. So that's just an example how to not give up. Like, don't give up. And again, never give up. If you want to make your life to be individual person, you know, your wealth is just you, inside you, your temple, your garden. It's growing, it's strong and solid. Go and start journey. Like I said, if you're reading the books, it's not instructions, it's inspiration. It's ticket to the journey. It shows to you, and if you are see those patterns and you are getting the things, you're actually gonna go and do it, because it's like it's necessary. It is necessary. Okay, I'm gonna finish right now here. If you have questions, leave in the comments. I'm gonna answer those questions, and if I have more questions, I'm gonna make a new video about questions and more and more. And if you wanna join my Discord, I'm gonna leave the link down. And never give up. Absolutely never give up. Even if you're feeling like saddest place, darkest place, no light, no foundation, no motivation, don't give up. Just break it through and found those, you know, found your self-mastery support foundation. Put your 2 legs down there and just jump and do it. Take the risk and do it. Take the step and do it. Because more you have those muscle memories in your head, the more smoother your life is, and more better your life is, because you can literally calm your mind down and live very simple and relaxed life. Okay, I'm gonna finish right now here, and thank you for listening, and I'm gonna see you every single one in next video. Thank you and ciao.